Hello, Aries. Welcome to Tarot Talk. I'm Tommy, and I'll be hosting your weekly reading today. Now, we're going to dive right in with a super quick overview, but please do stick around for the in-depth reading after that. Okay. So first coming up here, you've got the Tower. All right. And the Tower here is, you can see it's being struck by lightning. The crown is kind of being thrown off. It's on fire. There's these people falling here. So it really shows that something kind of big has shaken up your world. It's not all doom and gloom, but it does mean that there's a major change that has occurred recently in your life that's kind of set you on a new path. Now, don't let this card be all doom and gloom, because the moral of the story here is maybe whatever it was that's thrown you off wasn't built on the best of foundations. So it's a good time to reassess as you move forward to see how you can do this better in the future. All right. Currently, you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. Now, this is a really cool position to be in right now. It's showing that something's kind of coming out of nowhere here, and it could be something that you have a financial gain here. You've got this garden down here, which is showing that whatever this new journey is, or this new endeavor, maybe a new relationship, you're building this garden here that's going to be very abundant in your future. So you're working on something new despite having been thrown a little bit off course here recently. Now, looking a little bit further into the future here, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this is indicating that you are or will be a master of your craft. Right? He's sitting here chiseling out these pentacles here, working hard. It does look like there's a lot of independence that I'm drawing from this card, but it's something that, whatever, again, this is, this new kind of venture or idea, this new thing that you're doing is going to be one that's going to give you a lot of reward, and you're going to really become an expert at that. Good job. All right, so now we're going to dive a little bit deeper, and we're going to explore this whole situation. All right, so first, let's see how you are appearing in this situation right now. Okay, so you've got the Death card here, and this one sometimes spooks people a little bit, but it doesn't mean what you think it means. Once again, it's just reinforcing here that something has really shifted in your recent past, but you're going through this new beginning. So, and it looks like people are respecting your decision here, whether that's family, friends, maybe colleagues. There are people that are looking up to you in this situation, thinking, you've really done a good job. You might have been dealt a hard hand recently, but you're making the best of it. You can tell that further reinforced here by this rising sun between these two towers. It's showing that this is a journey in the dawn of a new day, is what I'm getting. There's also the raising of the flag here, so we're really sailing down this path saying, we're going to kind of step over any of the challenges that we had back here. We're going to overcome that, and we're going to do better ahead. So we're off to a great start here, Aries. Now, please remember, this is a general reading. So if it's not resonating with you, please do leave it behind. But I would ask that you share it with someone else that may need to see this. There may be a message in here for them. Now, if you are sticking around with us, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Remember, this is completely free to do, to subscribe, and it really helps support the channel. It allows me to keep bringing these readings to you well into the future. Now, I would also, even if it's not resonating with you just yet, I would still invite you to stay, because sometimes messages may come out later in the reading. So let's first take a look at the obstacle here and see what you are being challenged about in this situation. Okay, so another powerful card here, starting off with the Ten of Swords. Now, you can see here there's this figure lying face down, and he's got 10 swords in the back, kind of indicating that you have been wronged recently. It could mean a literal betrayal, a literal being stabbed in the back, or at least that's how you're perceiving it right now. that does tie into this tower here that we had in the beginning, with kind of things maybe crashing down around you somewhat. So it could be that in this situation, you're a little bit hesitant to move forward on this new journey because you're not really sure how it's going to come out and how it's going to, if this is the right move for you. You were kind of burned so badly back here that you're really uncertain. It's almost like you've got a little bit of stage fright here. You're going, oh God, am I smart enough? Am I good enough? Should I really be doing this, or do I just sit here and stay kind of in this position that I've been in? But Spirit here is saying, no, look, by showing this card here, what Spirit wants you to focus on is this light on the horizon right here, showing that this is a dawn of a new day, right? With this being a 10 in the card, that means you're at the end of the cycle. So as hard as this was, and as hard as this change has been for you to kind of take, okay, I think that it was something that was forced on you, may not have been by choice, but at the same time, that cycle and the most painful part is over with, and now you can move forward. Okay, so keep that in mind as we go forward here. Let's take a look at what's going on in your subconscious. Okay, I can't say that I'm surprised here with the Nine of Wands. So you've got this guy here, and he's holding this wand in his hand, and then he's got 8 more wands behind him. Okay, there's mountains in the distance, signifying that you've been through a journey. You're now on this side of that journey, but you're a little bit battle weary, right? He's kind of beat up. He's got this kind of bandage on his head here, looking a little bit worn. It's been a rough kind of go of it. However, he still stands ready, right? He's still there defending himself and ready to keep defending well into the future. So being that that's in your subconscious point here, or a frame of mind there, is again reinforcing that these things were terrible that happened, but you still stand ready and you will face the change or the challenge no matter what lies before you. You're really drawing from inner strength here. So good for you, Aries. All right, let's take a look at the recent past, which, again, is going to frame this up a little bit more. So you've got the moon, and in the moon, again, we see these 2 towers. There's a little bit of a theme here, all right, between the 2 towers in the distance of the death card and the 2 towers here more prevalent on the moon. So you've got a wolf and a dog, all right, so it's symbolizing kind of wild, right, uncontrolled and untamed, but then yet a dog is typically a house pet and has learned how to be domesticated. Now, between them is this path, this journey kind of into the darkness here. The pool is not really a clear reflection. It's very rippled, and the reflection is somewhat broken. So all of this comes together to say that in the recent past, there was some type of light shown on something that was in the dark that you may not have been aware of. That again ties to this betrayal here that happened, this kind of wrongdoing to you that really threw off, just crumbled your whole tower. Something was revealed to you that you weren't aware of. And once you became aware of this, it just changed everything for you. That's what pushed you into this new direction here. So the positive here is that there has been a new path that's been lit for you that you may not have known you were going to take, but you are now finding your way here and knowing that, again, whatever challenges that come, you're going to be ready for them now. You know that the hardest part is over, and while you will carry a lot of lessons from that, it's only going to make you stronger. Okay, so let's see your conscious and what's going on. Well, here we are again, we're divided. So you're aware that you're divided, all right? You've got the 2 of Swords here, showing that it's typically this would represent like, okay, this new path has shown up. Maybe the path is showing up more as a fork in the road, right? Do I go left or do I go right? Option A, option B. But what sometimes we have to realize is, number one, you have this inner wisdom, right? This isn't the first time you've learned some lessons in life. You are an experienced person in this situation. And this is kind of telling us that you might be blinded a little bit, but it's almost a blinding of your own doing. It's more of a failure to look within. And I'm not saying you're a failure, but it's what it's really representing here is you can remove your own blindfold, right? Your hands are not tied. You could literally reach up, pull the blindfold off, and you're going to know which of these paths to take and what's the right direction for you. You'll also see, if you look around, that it's not just A or B. There's actually islands behind you. So you have multiple paths. There are multiple solutions to this, and you have the inner wisdom and the inner strength here to move forward to become this master of your craft. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the near future. Excellent. So you've got the Eight of Wands here. Now, the Eight of Wands are all these wands, they're all flying through the air, they're all going in the same direction, right? They're all uniform in size and shape and all of that. So it's really showing that in the near future, you're going to have a ton of opportunities coming forward. Once again, you're going to have, it reinforces that you're going to have multiple paths, multiple areas from which to choose. And whatever you choose, you are going to master that. Okay. Now, what it does remind us is don't have too many irons in the fire, right? Don't sacrifice when looking for a new beginning and taking on this challenge in the dawn of a new day. Stay active, be an active participant in it, but don't sacrifice your health, or don't sacrifice your health or happiness in there to get to that. Okay. But that is a very good card coming forward that you're going to be charging ahead here. Okay, let's see how you see yourself. You see yourself once again, you have multiple paths to choose and you know it. But he's standing here with these two wands, kind of a split decision, but also kind of gazing over this globe, which is showing to me the world is your oyster right now. You can do anything you want to do. Your foundation has been rocked so much that in this new endeavor, you can almost reinvent yourself here. You can be whoever you want to be. You can act however you want to act. You can be this whole new person if you want to. Literally, again, the world is your oyster is what keeps coming to me. Now he's looking out over the horizon here, and that's symbolizing expansion and freedom and this kind of, you can go anywhere and do anything. So I'm glad you're seeing yourself that way right now, Aries. Okay, let's look at your external influences here. And hey, we've got a double. External influences are both showing you Ace of Pentacles. This is awesome. So it's further reinforcing that even if you're not aware of it yet, something new is right on your horizon. As I said earlier, there's going to be a garden of abundance here. This opportunity may come out of nowhere. It's further reinforcing that there will be multiple paths. So right now, you may be looking at option A or B, but later in this week even, it could be that something kind of comes out of nowhere and says, hey, here's option C. So keep your eyes open, keep your heart open to new opportunities, and they may even come from unexpected places here. All right, let's take a look at hopes and fears. Okay, you've got the Empress, and this is a sign again of abundance, of fertility, growth. So the Empress here, she's even got divine support, right? Because she's holding this wand and she's got all these stars on her crown here. So whatever you're deciding to do, this card is reinforcing here that you are going to be in a position of abundance. I think that's what you're hopeful for. You're hoping that whichever path you choose or whatever comes along is going to lead you to this life of a prosperous life, and something that you will be able to enjoy for a long time to come. And that is being framed up here for you and reinforced again. Now, there's even kind of a heart down here, which is jumping out to me on this stone. And so I think whatever it is, especially if this is going to be maybe a new romance coming along here, that your heart is going to fill, you are going to feel fulfilled. There we go. So yes, don't be fearful of what is to come, because what we're seeing here is that what you're hoping for, this more solid foundation and this kind of rapid growth ahead, that is coming your way. All right, let's take a look at the outcome of the situation. Page of Swords. All right, so the Page of Swords is about new beginnings. It's also about learning and understanding your new beginnings and your new surroundings and what's going on here. So the figure stands kind of, again, battle ready. The sword here is slicing through any confusion that comes your way. Anything that was cloudy about what had happened is now becoming clear, or will be very, very soon. There's kind of this very stern looking face that's saying, look, nobody's going to get past me here. Nobody's gonna destroy my new foundation that I'm building now. I'm not gonna let that happen again. I'm gonna learn from these mistakes, and I'm gonna tackle life head on, and I'm gonna do what makes me happy, even if I have to go it alone for a little bit here. So again, fantastic, Aries. I'm so happy for you. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here, but before we do, I want to pick 2 oracle cards for you. These are going to kind of tell us a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes. And actually, just before I turn over this cosmic wisdom, let me check your shadow card here. I almost forgot. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you've got the Wheel of Fortune here in the background, which again is a beautiful thing. This is showing, again, success, cycles, right? You've got the 4 fixed signs here. There's a serpent, which is indicating wisdom. So you've gained a lot of wisdom behind this. And even though you may not have desired this change to begin with, you've become aware that change is inevitable, right? As I said in a reading yesterday, the only thing that changes is, or the only thing that stays the same is everything changes, right? It's from an old country song if you're a country fan, but change is going to always happen in life, and you're learning how to kind of become the Sphinx here and be this kind of predictor of change and harnessing that for your greater good. So excellent card to have there. Again, Cosmic Wisdom Oracle card. You've got Cancer here. Wow, that was a weird way to say that. Your card is Cancer. Sorry, did not mean to say it that way. Vulnerability is a source of strength, not weakness. Your willingness to open your heart and love creates connections that heal and inspire. So again, vulnerability is a source of strength, further reinforcing that you have learned from these. It may have hurt to go through this lesson, but you've learned through that lesson. So your willingness to open your heart and love creates connections that heal and inspire. So there may be some new connections coming along here that's going to help you in this journey. Again, I'm being drawn to this heart, this stone heart here in the Empress, saying that it's a solid heart full of love. So that is a great feeling to have. Another great reinforcement for your reading here. And we're going to close out with this Akashic Records Oracle card and just see what guidance we can have further for Aries about this full situation. Dependence. There's something or someone you are clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. How about that? So whatever energy that you're clinging to from back here, it's time to release it. You've learned your lessons. Again, super, super difficult situation you went through, and I'm so sorry, Aries, that you had to go through it. However, remember, this life is about learning lessons and increasing our vibration. So now it is time to take what you've learned and use that to succeed, because the only approval that you need to move forward is your own. Okay? So Aries, I wish you to have a great week. Again, if you haven't already, please tap like, and please, please hit subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And I wish you a great week. So much luck on this situation here. You've got divine guidance, so listen to your intuition and trust your gut. Have a great week, Aries. I'll see you next week.